everybody, I am back to talk about factors. If you could please just listen and learn with the video the first time and just follow along, and then a second time stop it and pause it where you need to copy these notes into your math notebook so that your math notebook looks like mine. Okay, thanks. Here we go. First thing we always do is we head our paper with whatever we're studying on that page. And we start with a definition. So the first thing you need to know is a factor is just one number. A number being multiplied in a fact family. So for example, 2 times 3 equals 6. So 2 is a factor and 3 is a factor of 6. Okay, which is a little different than factor pairs. So when you see the word pairs, you know that a pair means 2, like you have a pair of shoes. So factor pairs are 2 numbers that are being multiplied together. So in this case, 2 times 3 equals 6, 2 times 3, 2 and the 3 are the factor pair for 6. Okay, so in order to find factors, what we're going to do is a strategy that I call making a T-chart. So really all you do is you draw like a capital T and you put the number on top. So I put the 12 on top. So I'm looking for the factors or the factor pairs of 12. So I start with the 12 on the top of the T, and then on this left side, I'm going to go in order. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down in order. Okay, so you start with 1. Every number on their T-chart should have 1 because 1 times the number always gets you back to 12. Now you go to 2. I know because 12 is an even number that 2 is going to be a factor. So 2 times what? 2 times 6 is going to be back up to 12. So you can see how I'm going in order 1, 2 on this side all the way, and this is just the other factor that I need to get to 12. Now I'm going to say 3. Yep, 3 times 4 gets me to 12 as well. When you are finding the factors and the next number is on the other side of your T-chart, then you know you are done. Okay, because nothing times 5 gets me to 12 and 6 is already on my chart. So that's all I need to do. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in a U-turn to list these numbers. So you're going to go in a U-turn just like you were driving a car like this around the chart to list the factors. So I'm going to always go in order. So I start with 1, then I have 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So these are the factors of 12. And you can see that I listed them in order starting at 1 and going all the way to the highest number. I found them by going in a U-turn around a T-chart. If I was going to list the factor pairs, I would list 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Okay, so that's how we list the factors and the factor pairs. So go ahead and give this one a try. Start with 1. We always start with 1, and we know 1 times 24 gets me back to 24. Go ahead, pause the video here and see if you can list the other factors and factor pairs for 24. Okay, I know that 2 is going to be a factor for 24 because again, 24 is even, and I know 2 times 12 gets me to 24. Then I go to 3 and I say, does 3 times anything get me to 24? Yeah, 3 times 8 gets me to 24. Okay, then I go to 4. Does 4 times anything get me to 24? Yes, 4 times 6 gets me to 24. Then I ask, how about 5? Anything times 5 get me to 24? No. And then I see that 6 is on the other side, so I know that I'm all done. Okay, sometimes these T-charts can get quite long, especially for the larger numbers. Okay, so now I know I'm going to go in a U-turn to list my factors. So I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'm going to jump to 6, 8, 12, and ooh, let me squeeze it in there, 24. You can see, sorry about that. There you go. You can see it on the side of my notebook. Now for factor pairs, I'm going to do 1 times 24, 2 times 12, I have to go down here, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6 are my factor pairs. Okay, so here's just a couple of things to note in your notebook that you need to go in order on a T-chart. You need to make a U-turn to list the factors. I should write factors here. And that you stop when the next number is on the other side of the T-chart. Okay? Let's do a couple for practice. Okay? So start up here. Go ahead and try 30, make a T-chart. And try, how about 36? make a T-chart. Okay, so you can pause the video here, give these two a try, and we'll see if our math matches. We're going to do factors and factor pairs for both numbers. Okay, for 30, I always start at 1, so I know 1 times 30 gets me to 30. 2, yes, I do know that 2 is going to fit into 30 because 30 is an even number because it ends with a 0. So you might have to do some math on the side of the paper, like I know that, or with a calculator because I haven't taught you the double-digit multiplication yet. So 2 times actually 15 gets me to 30. 3, yep, 3 times 10 gets me to 30. 4, nope, nothing times 4 gets me to 30, but 5. So if it's not a number, I just skip over it. So 5, yeah, 5 times 6 gets me to 30. And now, since the 6 is on the other side, I know that I'm done with this T-chart. Okay, for factors, I'm going to go in my U-turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Okay, for factor pairs, I'm going to get 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. Okay, if you didn't know that 2 times 15 gets you back to 30, all you would do is take a calculator and you would punch in 30 divided by 2, and that would get you back to that number. Eventually, you're going to know division, and you're going to know double digit and more multiplication, and you would know how to do it that way as well. But for right now, you can just use a calculator and divide. Okay, the next one is 36, so go ahead and give that one a try. Pause the video, give it a try, and then start the video back up to check your work. Okay, again, you know that 1 times 36 gets us back to 36. I know that 2 is going to be a multiple of 36 because it is even. So if I don't know what times 2 gets me to 36, I could just take a calculator and punch in 36 divided by 2 and get a number. Or you could start multiplying things by 2 until you got there. Like, you know that 2 times 5 was 15, so maybe you would do 2 times 16, 2 times 17, 2 times 18 until you got to the correct answer. And actually it is 2 times 18. Gets me to 36. 3, yes, I know that 3 is going to fit into 36 because if I add 3 plus 6, I get 9, and I know that 9 is divisible by 3. I also can do an easy way. I know that 3 fits into 3 1 time, and I know 3 fits into 6 2 times. 3 times 12 is 36. Okay, the next one is 4. 4 times anything get me to 36? Yeah, 4 times 9 gets me to 36. Okay, how about 5? 5 times anything get me to 36? No, it doesn't. How about 6? Yeah, 6 times 6 gets me to 36. Okay, and now when I have double digits on the number chart like this, the T-chart, then that means I'm also done. Again, I'm going to go in a U-turn to list my factors. So my factors for 36, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 6, and I only need to list 6 one time, even though it's there twice. This is a factor pair. I only need it once as a factor. 9, 12, 18, and 36. There we go. For factor pairs, I'm going to list 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. There we go. I hope this little video helps, and I'm sorry you can't see all that. I hope this little video helps. Feel free to ask me any questions, and we will continue to practice this in class. Thanks so much.